Talk about the importance of the state of Texas to your program.
Well, first of all, obviously from a, we've talked about the Shamrock Series in terms of, where we've been over my 4 years here now. We've been in New York. Certainly Ireland was an incredible experience. Chicago last year and here in Dallas. Those 4 areas are incredible bases for our alumni and the networks that we have out there. So we recognize how important this area is to our university and our network. I will tell you that, one of the things that keeps coming back to us with Dallas and the Metroplex area is our ACE program. And our ACE program has been so successful in placing our graduates into the local Catholic schools that it really has done a great job in helping us recruit a number of the young men that are on our list right now in the recruiting process. So, you talk about so many ways in terms of identifying prospects, but our ACE program and what we do with that program has helped us immensely in this area. So this state, obviously, I think everybody knows how important it is. The state of Texas is great high school football, but there's also those high schools that fit our profile. We have, I think, identified a number of high schools. We have coaches here today that are out recruiting. I'll go to a game tonight where we have a young man that we're going to see. And then tomorrow we'll have 5 of the top 10 underclassmen, and we'll have as many as 50 of the top seniors in the state of Texas at our game tomorrow. So it will be a who's who, in terms of high school recruiting.
And right now on your roster, you have 8 young men from Texas, and certainly in front of this crowd, we got to talk about at least one of them, Cam McDaniel.
Yeah, Cam has done a great job for us, and Coppell High School is from where Cam resides, and he's done a great job for us. But yeah, I think everybody knows that when we talk about a tough, competitive kid, he shows himself up very well on special teams and closing out ball games, and he's the kind of kid that you want on the field for you.
And you have a coach who starred at Nimitz High School in nearby Irving, Texas, and Kerry Cooks.
And Kerry Cooks was just inducted into the Texas High School Hall of Fame, and so we're very proud of Kerry and that accomplishment. So Kerry obviously is the lead recruiter for us in the state of Texas. He's got great connections, and having somebody as a geographical recruiter who's in the Texas High School Hall of Fame obviously gives us a great boost.
You've set the bar really high at Notre Dame right now, and you're the first to say there are no more moral victories. We're never happy with anything short of winning. But your team is making progress, and you did make progress last week against Oklahoma.
Well, I don't think I've set the bar high. I think, Newt Rockne, Frank Leahy. We've just talked about, Ara Parseghian and Lou Holtz. Those gentlemen have set the bar and the standard at Notre Dame, and as the caretaker of the program, we continue to hold those expectations high. And we certainly have those same expectations here in 2013. We've had a difficult start to the season. We know the challenge that's in front of us each and every year with our schedule. We've lost to 2 top 20 teams in Oklahoma and Michigan. We haven't played our best football yet. I think we've got a blend of some veterans and some young players that are exciting to coach, and we're going to get better and better. We're not a finished product yet, but I like the direction that we're going. I like the energy of our football team, and we've got another great challenge tomorrow with Arizona State. But I'm excited to watch our team play. I think that's the most important thing. You want to see your team play and grow and get better each and every week, and it'll be a great atmosphere tomorrow in AT&T Cowboy Stadium.
And you're again winning close games. In the last 11 games that Notre Dame has played in under Coach Kelly that were decided by 7 points or less, you are 10-1. And there is a carryover to that point when you don't make the mistakes I know you're working on as a team.
Well, I don't think we've lost a game that I've coached here at Notre Dame if we don't turn the ball over. So if we don't turn the football over, we're going to win. So we know that. So if it's fourth quarter and we haven't turned it over, keep your fingers crossed. Things are going to look really good. But I really think there's not a huge margin in college football anymore. I mean, you just watched Texas last night at Iowa State, 31-30, and you could say whatever you want about Texas football and where they are. You got to battle wherever you are today. You've got to fight for 4 quarters in college football today because the margin is so thin. And so when you talk about college football, you have to understand that if you turn it over and you give teams opportunities like we did this past weekend, giving Oklahoma, a pretty good team, 14 points, you're putting yourself in a tough situation. So taking care of the football is absolutely crucial, not giving up easy points. I think those are clearly the keys to any success when it comes to winning football games.
Now, it kind of got lost in the busyness of a home football weekend last week, but last Friday, you walked into a meeting of the board of directors of the Monogram Club expecting just to update them on the football program, and they surprised you by making you the 280th person in the 97 years of the Monogram Club to receive an honorary monogram.
That was a great honor. It really was. Thank you. I certainly appreciate it and am honored because I understand as the student athletes that are under my charge how much time and effort that they have to put into being a student athlete at Notre Dame, the commitment that they have to make, the sacrifices that they have to make to be the student in a very competitive atmosphere at Notre Dame, as well as the challenges that they have to be, football players or tennis or golf or volleyball. It's an incredible challenge to be a monogram winner. So to get that jacket and to get that monogram was greatly appreciated because I know what the student athletes go through to earn that.
So let's shift our focus to tomorrow night's game, Arizona State. They made us all happy by running USC off the field last Saturday, but didn't necessarily make us all happy with how well they played. They're going to be a challenge. Oh,
yeah, it's a very good football team. Offensively, over 600 yards last week against the defense that had been playing extremely well. Kelly, the quarterback, is extremely accurate as a thrower. He certainly can run as well. I think that dual dimension is something that makes most defensive coordinators stay up at night. I know Coach Diaco is certainly concerned about it. I am as well. We've got to find a way to keep him in the pocket and minimize that. I think as it gets to our defense, not giving up the big plays. We gave up 2 big plays last week. One where the ball got thrown over our head and then a quick slant. We've got to eliminate those plays against Arizona State. And then for our end on the offensive side of the ball, running the football and then finding a balance with our offensive game plan. In other words, we can't throw the ball for 300 yards and not run the ball effectively, and then we can't, on the other end, run the ball great and not throw the ball. So we haven't found that balance yet. So that identity offensively has to have better balance in terms of running it and throwing the football. If we do that, we'll be in great shape.
Coach, thank you and good luck.
Thank you.